Let's talk about how to build a solid foundation for your business data. This can help if you're shopping for a CRM solution or a marketing and sales automation solution out on the market. So, the way to think about this is you are building a new house. You're going to build it nice and strong out of brick. And the first layer of the foundation of that house that you want to focus on is people. You are doing business with people no matter what kind of business you're in. And those people have a name, they have an email address typically, they have a phone number, hopefully, where they can be reached, and also an address where they can be found physically, which might differ from where their office location of the company they work with is based. And they also have a job title. These are the basics, right? There are others, but these are the core data elements, data properties or fields associated with the people that should be in your database. And those people work at entities. Now, traditionally, those are going to have a company name. That could be any kind of company, whether it's a nonprofit or for-profit. So entities is sort of the umbrella term to describe all the potential businesses that you might have a need to have a relationship with. So they have an industry. If they're a for-profit, they'll have a revenue number usually. They'll have an address where the headquarters is based, and additional data as well, specific to where these companies are found and how to describe them at a very basic level. Now, as that foundation is complete and we move above the ground here, the first floor of your building, nice strong red brick building, is going to need to have integrity so that you can keep adding floors on top. The data integrity means you're going to also create custom data properties that are in addition to the ones you've already built in the foundation. So for instance, a company might have specific software or specific services and products that they offer, and you want to know that in your database. And likewise, people could have custom data elements associated as well, beyond just the email and phone and address and job title we see here. So the ability to create custom data properties, data fields easily, and store them in your CRM is a fundamental brick on the first floor of your building on top of the foundation you've already built. And in doing so, in creating those custom data properties, then you can and should be able to easily segment those companies, those people, into individual lists that give you an idea of where they are at in the buying stage so you can market and sell to them appropriately. And likewise, the tool you select should have the option to maintain your data automatically or with a very low amount of manual intervention. You're never going to escape the need to have human beings manipulating your data and keeping it current, but you want your chosen solution to be able to automatically recognize changes in data and make changes on its own inside the database so that you don't have to, and your data is kept current. And that means you can reliably create lists or views so that you and your team using this data can put it into action with a high degree of confidence. And that brings us to the second layer, the second floor of your building, the activities. So you might be running ads, you might be doing email marketing, which requires a list to send to. You could be doing social media posts on your own entities or perhaps some advertising on social media, and that requires some targeting as well. Your sales team might be doing outbound calling or other forms of sales outreach, maybe even text messaging, which is becoming more critical for many businesses these days. So all these different types of activities, the chosen solution you deploy should have a means to track these activities, bring them into your database, make sense of them so that you can build on the next layer, and that is getting the high funnel and mid funnel conversions, meaning those email clicks indicate interest. Those web page views that people are doing, looking at different content in your site, you want to know about that so you can identify areas of interest that they have. Perhaps they're downloading content from you, ebooks, white papers, etc. Hopefully your sales team is having meetings and those meetings have outcomes, whether that meeting was completed or was a no-show, etc. All that activity is a high funnel, mid funnel conversion that you want to know about. And likewise, your sales team, as they're doing their calls, those calls have outcomes as well. And all of that rolls up into the next goal, which is to have low funnel conversions, getting you closer to that revenue number. The bottom of the funnel is where they are close to becoming a customer. So to make that happen, you're going to want to know, as the executive or the owner of the company, where these people are, where these companies are as far as a lead. How far down the funnel are they? You might want to deploy what's called lead scoring, and your solution should have a means to do that easily. Meaning, all of these activities we see on the first 3 floors, and even in the foundation, they can be brought to bear to create a lead score, which is a simple way of indicating to you and your team which people are low-hanging fruit, ripe for plucking, to hopefully generate a lead. So your tool should have an easy way to create lead scoring using all these data elements that we're capturing. And hopefully that activity, that outreach, is generating an opportunity for your sales team, meaning it's a viable, sellable, and profitable potential customer. And if the sales team is doing their job, they are generating deals. And the coup de grace, the roof on the building, is the revenue. So all these floors, starting with the foundation, are necessary to build a strong revenue generating company. And I can't stress enough that how important it is to get the fundamentals correct before you can build confidently on the subsequent stories. If your foundation is shaky, if the data is not accurate, not being maintained, then your activities are going to be mistargeted and your conversions are not going to happen. So I hope this makes sense as you're shopping for a CRM or a marketing automation or a sales automation solution. If you have any questions as you're doing so, please reach out. I am at your service. Thank you.